quick story. So my cat, it's morning time. My cat caught a mouse over there by the bush, confiscated the mouse, and put it in here. And he's got him. Oh, he turned him around to his head. This is not the same rattlesnake. Those other two rattlesnakes, I found a buyer. Yeah, right, I found a buyer. And I found somebody who said that he knew somebody who could turn them into some skins, so I sold them to him. He owes me $50. I doubt I'll ever gonna get the 50 bucks. 25 each for both of those snakes. And the funny thing is that he's like, when he looked at him, he's like, oh, it's a male and a female. You can tell the males have darker, that little line next to their face right there. It's very brown. But on a male, it's much darker. So he's like, hey, you had a male and a female. And jokingly, I was like, oh, well, I should have bred them and made more. He didn't take that very well at all. He did not find the humor in that. Rose his voice and quickly said, no, you should not have. I swear, the people out here has got some personal vendetta against these snakes. But, I mean, can you really blame them? Because, like, if your kid gets bit by one of these snakes, you're going to have one of two things. Either a dead child or a doctor bill on the lower end of an organ transplant. No joke. You're going to be paying millions of dollars for a rattlesnake bite. So what do you want? You want your dead child, or you want to be millions of dollars in debt? So yeah, I can't blame them. You can't really blame them. Oh, I also got some new babies too. This is the white one is a Sicilian. The two white beaked are barred rocks. I don't want them to come out. They'll do that if I lift this. And then this little guy who's all black except his chest is a Goliath. No, stay inside. So yeah, one Goliath, one Sicilian, two barred rocks. I got them on the 1st, and today is the 4th, I think? 4th, maybe the 5th? Maybe I don't know, I haven't checked. But yeah, a few months, they'll be doing okay. The chickens, I got 2 hens that have started laying. You know, it's funny, it's like a lot of these people told me, like, oh, you know, they're not going to start laying until, like, you know, 8, 10, maybe 12 months. What I looked up was that it's not unheard of for your chickens to start laying eggs at 4 months. Not unheard of. Rare, but not unheard of. My chickens started laying eggs 4.5 months. 4.5 months in. During that storm, I came out here checking on them. Because I didn't want to keep them in the cage with that rain just pouring down on them and them having a limited amount of space where they can choose to go. So I let them out during the rain, and they wandered around like there was nothing going on, like it wasn't a single drop of rain. They enjoyed the rain like they were ducks. And when I came out looking for them, just to keep checking on them, making sure that, you know, they're not just lying in a puddle of mud dead somewhere, I found an egg buried in the mud. It was in my basement, sort of, in that little hole I have under the house. So that was exciting, my first egg. And the next day I found 2 more, and I've been getting about 2 eggs every single day. And the little banta hasn't laid any eggs yet, but that could be a while. Bantas don't lay a lot of eggs. They don't lay very big ones. And I guarantee if I didn't say that, somebody would have left a comment telling me. What else? Oh, great news. So yesterday morning, some guy just rolls up into my driveway, and he's got this trailer he's pulling. He's got like all this fencing and equipment in it. And I'm thinking, is this somebody I know who's here to like help me out and drop off a bunch of supplies for me? No. This guy is... So if you look back in my past videos, you'll see a video where someone's shooting like gunshots on my property, near my property or something like that. That wasn't the only time that those people have come out. They've come out several times out there in that direction, about maybe half a mile, 3/4 of a mile from my property behind me. Excuse me. They said he comes out like maybe once a week or once a month or so. And that's why I've been seeing him. And he's out here with his kids. He's got his wife. He owns 11 acres out here. And he's planning on doing the same thing I'm doing. He wants to build a little cabin and live out here with his wife and 3 kids. And so I went over there and I helped them unload a bunch of their stuff and, you know, got to know them a little bit. And I'm looking forward to it. I've been out here for a year. I've enjoyed this year out here by myself. And now I'm finally going to get some neighbors, and I think it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Red Bear, he's iron tough. Little Javier, little Pistol Pete, Javier, little Fina, his girlfriend. Not sure where the others at. Where's brother? Brother and his girl are somewhere around here. Oh, I hear over here. But yeah. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I thought I heard him over here. There's brother. Where's your girl? Oh, funny experience at the at Tractor Supply. This lady, like this little Filipina lady, I don't mean to make fun of her or anything, but she's just kind of annoying me. When I get there, she's giving me like all this basic. I hate when people do that. They just assume you know nothing, and they just pile on a bunch of like kindergarten information on you about the most simplest things. So I asked this lady, I'm like, I got questions. About your chickens, the chickens you have here in this store that are available. Now, just because I'm asking this question, I shouldn't have to explain this to somebody. Just because I'm asking this question doesn't mean my whole purpose for being here is entirely revolved around that one question. But no matter what question I asked, she just jumped to the conclusion that, oh, this is why he's here. Oh, this is why he's, oh, this is why. No. Yeah, so I asked the lady, what chickens do you have that lay lots of eggs? And she says she has Rhode Island Reds. And I was like, okay, well, I got Rhode Island Reds. I have Rhode Island Red roosters. I don't have any hens, but I mean, if they ever hatch, I could have some half Rhode Island Reds someday. And I was like, so I already got Rhode Island Reds. What else do you have? And she says, Leghorns. But she'd already just told me that she didn't have Leghorns, actually. She's like, Leghorns lay lots of eggs. And so I look at her with this confused look. I said, you have Leghorns? And she said, no, we don't have Leghorns. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought, because that's what you just told me a minute ago. I'm not asking about what chickens on planet Earth lay lots of eggs. I'm asking what chickens you have available here at Tractor Supply that lay lots of eggs. And so she's like, oh, you know, the barred rocks kind of lay. I'm like, okay, all right, that's what I'm looking at. All right, so I get a couple of barred rocks and what else happened? So then I was like, okay, then my next question was, which ones do you have that get big? I need a big chicken. But then she starts focusing on, oh, you're going to spend a lot of money. Like I'm feeding these things like practically for free. Don't ask me how, but I'm feeding them practically for free. So she's like, she thinks, oh, this is what you want, not chickens that lay eggs. She then jumps to the conclusion that he wants a chicken that can do crowd control. So she starts giving me basic information about crowd control, but, you know, this and that and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, you're not really giving me the information I'm looking for, because I'm not here specifically for that. That's just another chicken I'm looking for. And at this point, she should figure that I'm obviously looking for more than one chicken. Does she? No. Then she tells me also something I already know. We only sell them, you can't buy one chicken, we only sell them in groups of 4. I'm like, yes, I know this. That's why I'm asking you several questions. Because this rang around the rosy with this lady. It was really annoying. Well, not really annoying, but just, You ever been in that situation where somebody is just, they just assume you know nothing, and they start spilling everything they know on you as if, you know, they're the expert on it, and then you learn very quickly that all their information is just baby town frolic first grade information, like just the basics, just the basics. You're not being helpful. Just give me the answers that just answer my questions. How about that? Don't give me answers that I'm not looking for. I don't need answers to questions I'm not asking. Just give me the answers to the questions I'm asking. That's it. No more, no less. Yeah, and then she tells me, oh, you can't have ducks. You can't have just one duck, you know, alone with, you know, chicks. Because they had ducks, and I was thinking about getting a couple of ducks. I was like, okay, so, and I asked her, do they always have to have water? Like, access to water that they can swim in 24 hours? And she says, yes. But then I look inside one of her little chicken coops, and there's a duck in there. And I pointed out, there's a duck in there. And she says, oh, yes, I know. I was like, okay, you know. So, I mean, this thing about them having to have access to water that they can swim in 24 hours a day, that's just for the customers. I mean, before you sell them, who cares about them? Who cares what condition they're in? I guess it doesn't matter that they don't have that. And this poor duck is like, head was all sideways. She didn't bother to take the duck out. She just left the duck in there next to a dead chick. I'm like, so you're not going to take the duck out. You're not going to take the dead chick out. It's like some weird rules for thee, but not for me. Anyways, I'm letting this go on too long. Stay tuned for more ruins, guys. Adios.